Hi, this is Dave Morris with College Athletic Advisor, and it's college visiting season. One of the most common questions we get is how do I help my child really get interested in the whole college search process? And how do we plan visits if my son or daughter isn't really invested in their own college search at the moment? And my advice on that is it's really tough for a 15 or 16-year-old to really think about, hey, I'm going to spend 4 years of my life away from home. They, like a lot of people, probably struggle to plan past next week. So in order to make the whole college search process and going to college more concrete, I really suggest taking your son or daughter on a couple of relatively short outings. Find a couple different schools within an hour or two of your home where you can go. Hopefully you can compare a rural or suburban small school campus or a really big school campus with an urban small school. However you want to do it, so you get a lot of contrast. You get to see really big classes, really small classes. Go have lunch. Don't even do the official tour. Walk around, look in on classrooms, go have lunch near the campus, watch the students go by, see what college looks like. Let your child really experience, hey, this is what a college campus is. This is what's going on. They all have a really kind of specific energy to them, and your son or daughter is going to be interested or not. If they're not interested, well, it's probably not a great school for them. Sooner or later, they're going to look around and go, wow, that's someplace I'd really like to be. And now you've hit it. And now you can start comparing, saying, hey, this is a good opportunity. There's some other places that are like this that we might want to think about. And now you can have a conversation with your child, and the process is more real, and hopefully the conversations are more productive. While you're planning your first college tour, make sure you really think about it as a family vacation. This is a chance to do something together with your children, and you should really take advantage. You don't get that many more opportunities before they go off to college. And make sure it's enjoyable. Don't overschedule. Try to stick to one or two schools a day because it's going to be difficult to make enough time to really get much out of the experience if you just rush through them. Any college you run through, you haven't really visited. The other thing is make sure somebody's the note taker and they write down just a few impressions about each school so you can kind of remind yourself about what the differences were and what your impressions were in the moment rather than after a couple days to reflect on them, because both of those things have value, that immediate visceral reaction and your more considered thoughts after you've talked to people and kind of contrasted and compared and finished the trip. The biggest thing is make sure you visit the college environment. Go to lunch near the campus. What do they do in the evenings? Is there, what can you do to go out and see what campus life is like for students? Because the more that you see and the more your children see, the better their decision making is going to be and the more fun you're going to have together. If you're getting ready to visit schools, trying to make a final decision, or really seriously thinking about attending a particular institution, you want to do a couple things ahead of time. One of them, get in contact with faculty or a coach in an area that you're interested in ahead of time. Find out when they're going to be on campus and make an appointment to meet with them. If you can bypass admissions to do that, that's not necessarily a bad thing. They may refer you back to admissions, and you want to make sure you work within each school's culture. But I'm not aware of very many faculty or coaches who don't want to be contacted by interested prospective students, and you should take advantage of that. If there's no response, that is a response. That means that person is a little bit overwhelmed. If they're not talking to you as a prospective student, they may not really be able to spend much time with you as a current student either, and that's information that is better for you to get a hold of and understand your search. Also, when you do visit, make sure you connect with the financial aid office. They can give you little tips and tricks about FAFSA. They can make sure that you're kind of on track, turning things in, answer questions you have about individual school merit and financial need scholarships and how they do either need aware, need blind admissions or financial aid, whether they have tuition remission for some students, where you're going to fall on their, I would say, pricing or aid curve. Finally, while you're on your visit, make sure you watch students and faculty going about their day. Do you want to look like these kids when you grow up? Do you want to look like the faculty here when you get older? Do you want to interact with your professors or be interacted with the way that these students and faculty members are interacting, the way that these staff members and students and faculty are interacting, because this is the environment. Finally, there's a few things you want to do once you get home from your visits. Make sure you follow through, take care of paperwork or follow-up information that you promised to provide people. Really sit down. The best way to think about things is to write down your impressions. Don't think it, ink it. How would you rank these schools? What are your thoughts? Do you want to look at other schools that are bigger or smaller? Do you want to look at schools that have certain pieces that you've seen and really liked when you visited, but maybe that school didn't have what you'd consider to be the full package? Make sure that you plan ahead. Think about, where's your next visit? Did you learn anything that's going to make you update your academic plan, paperwork you need to turn in? Were there suggestions about future classes to take and you need to kind of change your plan at your high school, or ask your guidance counselor at school to do various things? And finally, make sure at least you send an email thanks. Written thank you notes are the gold standard, but at least email people who were instrumental in making your visit. That's really, it's common courtesy, and most schools bank those thank you notes and they're in your file and they will help you. I hope you'll share with us whether this video was helpful, and if you're looking for more help setting up college visits, evaluating what you've learned, or figuring out where you ought to be looking, we hope you'll get in touch with us at College Athletic Advisor. This is Dave Morris. I hope you have a great college visiting season.